If you're currently selling your Tesla shares, then you might just be trading up your millions for a few $1,000s now. What if I told you that every single Tesla share you own now could be worth 15 times its current value in just a few years? This is not speculation, but it could be facts based on predictions from world-class investment firm Morgan Stanley.
Thus far gotten to where it is via brute force, just throwing massive amounts of compute and massive amounts of power at it. So this is not where it will end up. In general, with any given technology, you first try to make it work and then you make it efficient. So I think we'll find over time that these models get smaller, are able to produce sensible output with far less compute, far less power. Tesla is arguably ahead of the game on that front because we've just been forced to try to understand the world with 100 watts of compute. And there are a bunch of sort of fundamental functions that we kind of forgot to include. So we have to run them in a bunch of things in emulation. We fixed a bunch of those with hardware 4, and then hardware 5 will be even better. But it does appear at this point that the car will be able to drive better than a human, even with hardware 3 and 100 watts of power.
Morgan Stanley just revealed how Tesla stock will surge 15 times its current price. They've unveiled a secret pathway for Tesla to further strengthen its iPhone moment and become the Apple of the auto industry. Morgan Stanley analyst Adam Jonas points to 3 key areas that Tesla's got to focus on in order to completely take over the auto industry. First up, avoiding further misses versus Wall Street consensus estimates after several downgrades over the past year. Second, the successful launches of the newly unveiled and released Cybertruck. And most importantly, demonstrable progress in evolving Tesla's business model towards more software, licensing, and services, and robotaxis. Today we're going to take a critical look at each of these and how Tesla can meet them, consequently securing its place as a leading automaker for years to come. We're also going to reveal the secret Tesla business that can add up to $500 billion in its market value when it is successfully launched.
Ed, have others underestimated the potential upside coming through from Tesla around Dojo? This is around, of course, the upgrade from Morgan Stanley.
Yeah, so the thesis from Morgan Stanley, I should say the latest thesis from Morgan Stanley and Adam Jonas, is that the long-term benefits of their work in proprietary silicon and compute, Dojo, could add $500 billion to the market cap. I say the latest thesis because Adam Jonas has talked up the software potential of Tesla before. The first time he kind of came out with this big bull case call and updated his call on the stock like 70% was in 2015. And he envisioned a future where Tesla operates like Uber and Lyft, a rideshare service, but operates its own fleet of Tesla vehicles, own fleet of robotaxis. And clearly in present day 2023, that's not yet come true. But Tesla has made a commitment to develop its own silicon and its own compute power to train neural networks. And the latest that Musk has said is that they'll put $1 billion in an R&D perspective into Dojo to make it better. And Morgan Stanley sees that upside coming.
Tesla's a big gainer today as Morgan Stanley comes off the sidelines and upgrades the name to overweight. Phil LeBeau with us. Phil, AI, a key reason for the move.
It is. And, Sarah, basically comes down to this. Do you believe that Tesla will be the first automaker to truly use AI and the next generation of chips in order to deliver truly autonomous vehicles? Because right now, they are not autonomous at Tesla, regardless of what Elon Musk says. So as you take a look at shares of Tesla, keep in mind that this call from Morgan Stanley is a substantial one. Adam Jonas raising them to overweight, changing the price target from $250 up to $400. And here's his summation in terms of why he believes Tesla potentially could be in for a long, long run higher. We believe that Dojo, that is the supercomputer that Tesla has built and is working on, can add up to $500 billion to Tesla's enterprise value, expressed through a faster adoption rate in mobility, that's the robotaxi, and network services. software as a service is a big potential within the auto industry, not just for Tesla, but for all automakers. By the way, nobody's really tapped into it yet. Tesla has approximately 400,000 vehicles that have full self-driving technology. Doesn't mean they're autonomous, because they are not, but they have that technology, the Dojo supercomputer, as they continue to refine it and to use the next generation of chips that Tesla is developing. According to Adam Jonas, they could have substantially lower costs. And that's the reason why he says, if you were looking for somebody who could really take advantage of AI and the next generation of chips, take a look at Tesla.
Adam Jonas has remained one of Wall Street's most outspoken Tesla bulls, constantly keeping positive ratings on Tesla shares with juicy price targets. And this time he comes with something even juicier. The investment expert has revealed several interesting money printing strategies that Tesla can adopt, and today we're going to explore every one of them. Hey guys, welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. Morgan Stanley sees Tesla's auto dominance as peaking, meaning new initiative areas around things like autonomous driving, energy storage and products, and non-automotive licensing are all things that are going to be the next Tesla growth drivers. A new note from Adam Jonas argues that Tesla stock is actually going to recover from its steep sell-off, and if it is, then the automaker must prove that it can expand into high-margin businesses beyond automobile manufacturing. He noted that merely improving short-term execution or sentiment around the core auto business will not be enough, and unless Tesla can shift towards more stable, recurring software and services revenues, then the firm expects continued pressure on the historically rich automotive valuations that Tesla once commanded. So what could the future for Tesla be, and what should investors expect when it comes to a 15 times rally? Let's find out. But before we do, if you like this type of content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications to keep up to date on everything going on with Tesla. Tesla's got to diversify its revenue sources by offering more software services and licensing opportunities, meaning that it can attract more customers and expand into new markets beyond just selling cars. The automaker still relies heavily on the one-time sale of vehicles, which requires a lot of capital investment. But Adam Jonas thinks that Tesla could create a recurring and profitable revenue stream by building an App Store-like platform around its products. And that's not all. Morgan Stanley predicts that Tesla could increase its monthly active users from around 5 million today to 50 million by the 2030s. And he sees a $500 billion potential from Tesla's Dojo supercomputer. So what's so special about this supercomputer then? And why is there so much hype around it? Well, we'll get to that. But first,
arguing is that their working compute with Dojo is akin to what AWS did in cracking the cloud market early, that it opens up the opportunity for them to sell a much wider range of software services and to really own the data that comes from vehicles. And this is so commonplace now. If you think about all the news flow from Ford, Mercedes of the last 12 months, they've really focused on software competence and their cloud partnerships because they know that it's higher margin revenue. And if you have consumers that buy cars at a higher price point, there's also a likelihood that they're willing to spend on software upgrades as well.
Tesla's stock price has just reached its highest level in more than a month, thanks to an upgrade from Morgan Stanley that emphasizes the possibility of an income from Dojo. Morgan Stanley says that this project could help Tesla achieve a market value of more than $1 trillion. The investment also further explains that Dojo is Tesla's AI network that trains self-driving vehicles using video data, and that could help Tesla grow beyond just vehicle sales and enter the lucrative software as a services market. Dojo will allow for faster and cheaper neural net training, which is crucial for creating and enhancing AI models. The supercomputer will allow Tesla to use its huge real-world dataset, which contains billions of object labels, depth and velocity data, and road scenarios. Dojo is Tesla's own supercomputer that's been in development for about 5 years, and it is expected to be one of the most powerful supercomputers in the world. This is not just a hardware project, but also a software platform that was made to train AI systems to do complex tasks, like helping with Tesla's driver assistance system, autopilot, and enabling its full self-driving features. It will also let Tesla take advantage of its massive data edge. Now here's where it gets interesting. Morgan Stanley compares Dojo to Amazon Web Services, the cloud computing division of Amazon that became a major source of profit and growth for the e-commerce giant. The firm estimates that Dojo could generate up to $15 billion in annual revenue for Tesla by 2030 and potentially make more in the long term. Morgan Stanley revealed that the Dojo supercomputer could add $500 billion to Tesla's market value in the future. That's right, almost $500 billion. It is imperative to note that a project like Dojo will help Tesla to achieve its financial goals more consistently. and even faster when combined with other revenue-growing strategies. Some of these strategies disclosed by Morgan Stanley include launching more Tesla models besides the S, X, 3, and Y, and this could start the release of the Model 2 and also robotaxis. Overall, Morgan Stanley believes that Tesla's not just an automaker but a tech company too, and it will soon attain this position fully once its projects hit the market. A key part of Adam Jonas' optimistic outlook for Tesla is based on the potential to go beyond just being an automaker. All of this could have relevance beyond just the auto market because the analyst has said that in the next 6 to 12 months, Morgan Stanley will look for more signs of Tesla's business model shifting away from capital-light projects like licensing and software. Like every Tesla bull out there, we believe that Tesla's more than just a car company, but a symbol of progress, and it represents the power of innovation, the promise of sustainability, and the potential of the human creativity. This concept and company has changed the game in the automotive industry, and it is not stopping there. With Tesla's ambitious plans to get into expanding its production, introduce new technologies, and explore new markets, other automakers may struggle to make a name for themselves in the ever-expanding EV market. What do you think about Dojo and its potential impact on Tesla's future? Do you agree with Morgan Stanley's bullish outlook for Tesla? Let us know down below, and for more updates on Tesla, go ahead and click on this next video on your screen. See you there.